Click to add a screenshot. Um, okay. Sure. Anyway, welcome to the latest edition of Let's Talk. And you must be saying to yourself, how is it that you can have two podcasts at once? Because as Matthew D. Cubberly, DC, if you haven't already, please go over and head on the Substack. I am Matthew D. Cubberly at well, that's not right. I am Matthew D. Cubberly Substack.com. Go over there, please, and subscribe. That would be just so cool. And thank you for joining me. If you don't have a headache yet, after it was 70 and raining yesterday, you certainly have a headache now that it's 40 degrees and raining. So, fun times had by all here in Northwest Ohio. And if you stayed up late last night and you were in the mood for baseball, you bore witness to a total butt whooping last night. I mean, Shohei Ohtani was good. He wasn't great. He did hit a guy, he walked some guys, but he was pretty good. Tanner Bybee only pitched 4 innings because I guess he was on a pitch count. But they were actually really impressed with him. Stephen Vogt and the management, front office, whoever you want to say, they were all happy with Bybee's performance. It was just he was on a pitch count, so he wasn't going to go more than, I guess they didn't want him to, go clear over 100 pitches trying to get through 5 innings. So with 78 pitches, his night was done after 4 innings. Colby Allard, a former first-round pick of the Atlanta Braves, came on in relief, and he actually did a really good job for the Guardians. He had 5 strikeouts. I mean, he was doing very well for himself. In 2 2/3, he had 5 Ks. But 2 hits, 1 hit going into the 9th inning, 2 hits as a team. It's same old story, folks. Same old story. I don't I think I will sooner perish than the Cleveland baseball team start a season doing well offensively. Kyle Manzardo is hitting 100 after last night. He has an OPS of like 300 or something. And I get it. I get it. It's only been 6 games. I get it. But when you have people like my, co-founder of Matthew D. Cubberly, when you have a corner man like Dylan Ringler talking about spring training and bringing up very valid points throughout spring training, I think I'm allowed to get a little I think I'm allowed to let it get just a little bit under my skin when you got left-handed power hitters batting 100 with no signs of power. Um Especially when Kyle Manzardo was who we decided as an organization, and by we, I mean the Guardians decided as an organization that, "Oh, yeah, no, Josh Naylor, you can walk. What, you're just one of the more clutch performers in all of baseball, you hit for average, you actually field your position quite well, and you run the bases quite well for being a guy of your physical stature." But point remains, that's who the Guardians let walk because the idea was Kyle Manzardo was gonna come in and actually produce more pop than Naylor did. Because despite, again, Naylor's appearance, he's not your stereotypical power hitter. I mean, he was more of a line drive you 20, 25 home runs and just be clutch as any player in the game. Um, but the Guardians were interested in providing a little more pop around Jose Ramirez, and so far, not happening. The best hitter on the team right now is Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins is the best hitter on Cleveland's team right now. Jose Ramirez has been truly terrible. I mean, he's not even been all that great in the field either. He hasn't been bad in the field, but he hasn't been great in the field either. And so, especially in the last couple of games. So, uh, I could not, could not be happier about the extension that he was given. It's tremendous. I mean, his daughter gets her own suite now on road trips, which please don't leave her unattended. I'm pretty sure she's like 5 or something. But regardless, I couldn't be happier about the extension for Jose. He'll be a Guardian. He'll be a Cleveland player for life. Actually, in the opening home series, he's set to break the record for most appearances in a Cleveland baseball uniform. So there's never been a player playing more games for Cleveland in baseball, pro baseball, than Jose Ramirez. He is truly the face of the franchise. Now, a lot of teams, they so desperately, I think of a guy like Ronald Acuna in Atlanta, for example. Um, well, he so badly wants to be the face. Almost feels like Freddie Freeman is like still the face of the Braves, right? Like honestly, when I think of the Braves, I still think of Freddie Freeman. But when I think of when anyone thinks of the Guardians, the first name that ought to pop up, if it's not for all the pitchers they just gave away over the years, like CC Sabathia, Corey Kluber, Cliff Lee, it's got to be Jose Ramirez. It's got to be Jose Ramirez. And if you're a fan of the team, you've been really delighted in getting to watch Jose seemingly time and again. Now, in the last couple postseasons, people are starting to get a little finicky with his performance, but uh, I think he has a proven track record of being just an exceptional player, both in the regular season and in the postseason. So, and he delivers in the biggest moments. So, I think back to that first, wild card series they played as the Guardians in 2022 against the Rays, and, uh, the way Jose delivered in the first game of that series, as the people were leaving the Jacobs Field, as I sometimes still call it, as people were leaving Progressive Field, the bowels of the stadium were echoing with, "Jose, Jose, Jose, Jose." It's He's got a real hold on that city, and it's a special thing. That said, he's been terrible to start the year, so we'll see. I'm sure he'll bounce back and be terrific, but he's been awful to start to the year. Um, we're still working on the so there's actually 3 podcast episodes up right now on Substack. It's Sports Tales. So this is Let's Talk. This is just more of a, "Hey, let's, hop on, chat with me, do whatever." Let's Talk's been around, more or less. It's a child of the pandemic. It's a child of the coronavirus shutdown. Um, the Let's Talk's been around for a long time. It lay dormant for a long time, but, and clearly, it's affected, people's willingness to trust me on things because not a soul has hopped on yet on this live stream. You're like, "What is this guy?" I promise I will not be overextending myself. Sports Tales is gonna be my focus, but if you're not already subscribed, again, subscribe. MatthewDCubberly.substack.com. Daily posts, daily articles, recaps, reviews, think pieces, exclusive interviews like the one I did with Janaea Donahue when she announced she was leaving, Bowling Green to enter the transfer portal. Um, Short of floating my own boat, we got some pretty good stuff going. on MDC. So please visit the Substack. Sports Tales is in off to a rip roaring start, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. The latest episode actually did very well, and there's a little bit of technical difficulty. If you're real stringent about your audio quality, you might want to skip ahead 7 8 minutes, but the rest of it is for my money, it's solid gold. So, and if it's part of your money, go ahead, subscribe for free, and if you'd like, you can join. This is Let's Talk. This is where any and everyone, and I have a larger subscriber base on YouTube actually. This is where any and everyone can feel free to come chat. But if you want that exclusivity, if you want part of the network that I've built over on MDC, which includes names across the national landscape in sports, I don't want to put their business out there. Um, because that's part of you joining and becoming part of the Matthew D. Cubberley soapbox. That would be your opportunity to actually connect with some of these people, some of the finer athletes and better minds in sports are actually part of the network that I've built over there. So if you want to get in on that, again, matthewdcubberley.substack.com. I think I at least tried to put the link in the description. We'll see if that actually worked. But all lowercase MATTHEWDCUBBERLEY dot SUBSTACK.com. And that is a little spelling lesson from your former Bowling Green Junior High spelling bee runner up. And the thing about when I got runner up in the spelling bee, the academic year would have been 06, 07. Yeah, I'm dating myself, folks. The academic year would have been 06, 07. As a seventh grader, I finished runner up to Cameron Walter, a fellow seventh grader. And let me tell you, what did that mean? It meant that Cameron Walter and I could outspell every single eighth grader in the junior high as seventh graders. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm actually it might be my finest achievement in life, quite frankly. I mean sorry, that is pretty cool, but nah, being able to outspell every eighth grader as a seventh grader, pretty cool. So yeah, shout out Cameron Walter. I huge sports fan. Growing up, he was a huge Denver Broncos fan. So Cameron, wherever you're at, please join up. If I have to reach out to you on Facebook, I will. But subscribe for free and start reading about probably not so much your Broncos yet. Although I do plan on talking a little bit about the NFL draft upcoming over on MDC. We'll see. We'll see what the Browns do. I've been telling myself since they signed Deshaun Watson that I'm no longer a Browns fan, but as he withers further and further away from the quarterback room, it's not that I'm a Browns fan, but like they've really positioned themselves in a curious place where I mean them and people don't realize that about the Dolphins either, just how moribund the Dolphins have been. But no, they put themselves in a really curious position with dating back to last year with whatever they're doing at the quarterback position. It's strange. It's really strange. I think there's no reason. Actually, it did kind of play out exactly how I thought. No, no, take it back. See, my thought was you get Flacco. Flacco does Flacco things, right? He's either going to do well or do whatever. But by the time the bloom's off that rose, um, they they should have had Dylan Gabriel just just sit the entire year If that's who they were really invested in and they spent the higher draft capital on him, they should have just sat Dylan Gabriel, let him learn from Joe Flacco, and then if you are gonna take Shedeur Sanders, try and catch lightning in a bottle. I mean, well, he should have been quarterback number 2. Now, if he flames out or whatever, then you got another Johnny Manziel, you let him go. But now they've got a couple quarterbacks. One of them made the Pro Bowl, and I Dylan Gabriel, I just feel like he got the short end of the stick. Like, yeah, he got the opportunity to start before Shador did, but I think the best plan for Gabriel would have been to sit his entire rookie year. Shador and it's strange because Gabriel was the more experienced quarterback in college, but I just think he had more to develop at the next level than Shador just could just get away with a lot more given his size and athleticism. Gabriel, not just he's he's a little bit of a game manager, and until you had the system in place to really service him and make him the best quarterback it wasn't like he was Jared Goff going into Sean McVay's offense, you know? Like, the offense for the Browns has been terrible. And I think that's probably why offensive-minded head coach Kevin Stefanski lost his job, was because Andrew Berry knocked this last draft out of the park, and Stefanski has just had ass offense for a couple years now. Well, Lego, my dearly beloved 2.5-year-old American Shorthair cat has decided that he wants to play. So I probably shouldn't go on much longer for fear that everything I'm saying will just be second to my cat going absolutely insane in the background. So I really appreciate everyone that didn't hop on, which was none of you. I appreciate none of you because none of you hopped on. Um, but I love you all dearly. Please watch the playback. There's some good stuff. And you know, I love you guys. And how do I normally wrap these things up? And I'll see you on the next one. Oh wow, I'm so sorry. I love you guys. Peace. I just popped the mic. There's no perfect way to end this. Whether I breathe